What's up? This is the Sad Clown with the Shogun 2 Avatar Conquest battle. And now a quick note. The title of this video, as of right now, is Why Do I Suck at Avatar Conquest? And I really do. I got my ass kicked so many times this day. And this is a kind of an older replay. I had to switch to classic battles before I finally got a win. I just kept getting my face stomped in. So let's go over my build real quick. Not that it's going to matter too much. I got I got 4 Yari Cav, I think. Where's that? Okay, yeah, 4 Yari Cav. My general's bodyguard, which is right here. Great. Then I should have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Yari Ashigaru with 4 Katanas Samurai right behind them, and 3 Bow Ashigaru. Yeah. Now my opponent's build, and here's why, real quick. I suck at Avatar Conquest. See these veteran units? They're going to absolutely rip me apart. I mean, absolutely rip me apart. So anyway, he's got 2 Matchlock Ashigaru. 1, 2, 4 Yari Ashigaru heavy upgrades. I'm sorry, 5 heavy upgraded Yari Ashigaru. Oh, yet again, wrong. 5 heavily upgraded Yari Ashigaru. 1 heavily upgraded Katana. 1 Bow Warrior Monk. God damn, how many Yari Ashigaru? Okay, so he brought a lot of Yari Ashigaru, and then like 2 units of light cav and his general. But yeah, I take an engagement in this battle I really shouldn't take, and I'm not that great with builds in this one. That being said, I do believe that Shogun 2 has by far and away, obviously since it's basically a civil war kind of scenario, the best balance, at least in my small opinion. I've only played like 20 hours total in Shogun 2. This is actually the title I decided I could skip in the series, which, looking back now, is so unbelievably retarded. I mean, why did I do that? So I was trying to cap this dojo. I'm just going to leave it alone. Just let him have it, basically. He is going to cap this sword dojo, which is not good for me, obviously. Meanwhile, I'm trying to cap this farmhouse. And now, the obvious thing, really, for me to do, or to not do, is engage him in a melee fight right now. I have more range than his skirmishers. I mean, if his matchlocks get in range, it's not going to matter, but honestly, my best option is just to keep scooting away. But I am not going to do that. I'm going to try to hold firm. And this is multiple failures on my part. Number 1, failing to really look at my opponent's build. I just, for some reason, assumed I was going to have more infantry just because I was a lower rank, and I thought if he brought veteran units, he wasn't going to have as many infantry units, but he negated a lot of cavalry to bring these guys. Again, that was my fault. Completely retarded move on my part. I am going to put my Yari into a spear wall and hope that he just kind of runs into me. And he is definitely not going to do that. One thing about these Yari Ashigaru they are so cheap. I mean, not like cheap as in overpowered, I mean cheap as in they don't cost a lot to bring to a fight. And even with all these upgrades, I guarantee that they are relatively inexpensive. And they put in some serious work in this fight. And the biggest downfall to these dudes really is the fact that they have probably the lowest morale possible in this game. Yeah, here they are in Spear Wall. And here I am. I'm gonna move a cav unit to recap this sword dojo. He really didn't need that sword dojo, let's be honest. He really didn't. Yeah, so he also put these guys in Spear Wall before he engages, which is a good move. And they're just gonna tear through my guys. Look, this unit's already down to 161. His matchlocks are firing. This game's over. I'm going to try to start to flank around with my Katana Samurai. But at this point it's worthless. This game's already over. I already made the biggest possible mistake in this game by letting the engagement happen. That should have been obvious to me at the time, but like I said, I'm not that familiar with this game. And it was just a lack of planning by me. It really was. That's what it boils down to. And I thought that this flanking unit would be enough to cause a rout in these Yari. Oh no, these are Katana Samurai. I thought I threw them back here on the back of this Yari. I thought that would be enough to rout them, but it wasn't. And these guys, I should have moved them. I'm going to move them here in a second. I got a quick strike off on these light cav before he turns back, just trying to draw his attention really. But like I said, this it's pretty much done. I'm going to try to flank around with this cav unit that was basically keeping back for support. I should have flanked around at the get-go, but I was worried about these guys. And this one's tough to watch. It really is. It's terrible. And this is the first loss of a giant losing streak I had. Like I said, I had to go play Classic Battle before I finally got a win. And this one, I'm going to be honest, was more a lack of understanding my opponent's build and just not understanding the game, in my opinion, and a little bit of a lack of micromanagement. I should have tried to flank with my other Yari Ashigaru, but I didn't. So, I do manage to rout a couple units, but look at this. Look at all this untouched stuff he is just sitting here. Sad. Really just pitiful. Yeah, so I had to switch to Classic Battles before I finally got a win on this game. This is a pretty fun charge. I did a lot more damage on that charge than I probably should have. It helps they were a lower rank, not a lower rank, Yari with like no chevrons. But that was just a this game is over kind of deal, and I was like, the hell with it. Because they were just sitting there. I didn't activate them at all. Now what I really should have done is, now I look back, tie down one of them, or tie down one of my cav, spread them out, and just tie down for a second. Maybe try to get into these matchlocks and just cause havoc in his line. A lot better than having him just sit back there and do nothing. Yeah, just a terribly played game by me. Look at these unit stats, I guess. Don't want to, but why not? Maybe. Like my computer just shit its pants. There we go. So, let's see. I honestly killed more of his troops than I really thought I did. He still doubled me down. Lame. My best unit was my Katana Samurai. Well, my Yari's got 68, and that's a huge, huge thing. These guys are 900 each. And for them to get that low amount of kills, that is a huge, huge mistake on my part. That should never have happened. Look at how many kills his freaking Yari Ashigaru got, and look at the fucking chevrons on those. Holy heck, that's insane. Wow. That really is. That's just mind-boggling how well they did. His katana did pretty good too. So yeah, that was as painful to play as it was to watch. I promise you that.